All right, guys. So this week we're actually going to be continuing learning about soundtrack basics. I got a chance to listen to some of your loops, and they sound pretty good, but I do want to take a step back and make sure that you all know how to navigate soundtrap. And so that's what we're going to be doing today. So what I would like for you to do is actually just repeat exactly what I'm doing. And so I'll have the presets for you. Okay. And so you won't have to find any sounds. You'll have them set for you. But here we go. All right. So first we're going to start with the crescent rise. And I want you to find G3 and A3 and our melody and B. So we're going to start on A, and our melody is going to be. So we're going to record that really quick. Make sure your metronome is turned on. Set it to 1 bar. It'll give you a 1 bar count in. And here we go. Goes like this. And as you notice, I only played that for half of the half of the time. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to loop it just like this. All right. And the next thing I'm going to do is quantize. So go to edit right here, quantize, go to 1/16. All right. Our next chord that we're going to play is A minor. So it's A, C, E. I don't care what octave you played in, but play those 4 notes or play those 3 notes. A, C, E. I'm going to play it in that octave, and I'm going to play 16 notes, so it's going to sound like this. All right. And again, I did not play it all the way through because I'm going to loop it. All right. So I'm going to loop it. I stopped at the end of bar 2, beginning of bar 3. You can go to edit, quantize 1/16. Next, we have our Brixton bass. So I like to play really low for the Brixton bass. So around A1. So our notes are going to be A, E, F, G, A, E, F, G. Also, make sure your release is turned all the way up, because if it's not, it'll sound like that. You don't want it to sound like that. So we want to turn our release up, and that'll give us the bounce that we want. So here's our rhythm. 2, ready, go. A, E, F, G, A, E, F, G. All right. And so once you have that a couple rounds, you can actually loop just like I showed you. And the way you loop, if you didn't see it, is you actually hover over at the top part of the track, and that allows you to loop. All right. And quantize 1/16. And then the last thing we have to do is our drums. So with drums, I like to use I like to start with snare. So find these 2 instruments. Should be D and E flat on the keyboard. On the launch pad, I'm not sure what it is if you choose to use the launch pad, but just you can look at it and see what those 2 instruments are. And we play on 2 and 4. So here we go. 1, 2, 4. I'm going to play this all the way through because my bass drum is probably going to sound a little different for each measure. So I'm going to play it all the way through. Got that. Again, we're going to quantize 1/16. That'll snap everything together. Next, I'm going to do the hi-hats. So the hi-hats are going to be these 2 right here. So On the keyboard, it should be F sharp and F. And I'm going to use, you know what? I'm going to use 16th notes. So it'll sound like this. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to alternate. I don't care how you do it as long as you play 16th notes. 2, ready, go. Remember, you have to play this all the way through. All right, good. So quantize 1/16. Sounding good so far. Now we got to play our bass drum. Now here's where the creativity comes. I don't care what you play for your bass drum. All right, so you can play whatever rhythm you want, and that's where everyone's is going to sound a little bit different. So I'm going to record my bass drum. It should be C. So here we go. 2, ready, go. So you could hear there was one note where I kind of messed up, but let's see if the quantize will fix it. So we quantize. By the way, you know, I know I'm a teacher, but, you know, teachers mess up too. So it's good for you to be able to see me, you know, make mistakes in real time and correct them in real time. Yep, looks like the quantize fixed it okay. So, and that's our whole. At this point, if you want to add anything else, feel free to do that. But your track should sound something similar to what mine sounds like right here. So just make sure it sounds something. Make sure it sounds something like this. And then the most important thing is when you loop it, it should just keep repeating. Yep. Alrighty. I'll be around to help you if you need help. And yeah, let's have some fun. All right.